little tad bit here. Going to play a little tad bit here on the phone here. Blah blah blah. And I know what it's about. Nightwish doing Phantom of the Opera, the classic there. You remember I remember seeing videos of Tarja Turan, the original vocalist, doing that with their bass player there. A live version
Right.
of that. And understand. Let me find it here. Son of a bitch. There we go. All right, welcome to Music Maniacs. So me, Ark, and YR here. We're doing part two of our look into the 1990s there. And YR, did you get that little thing I sent you for the wrestling show tomorrow evening about this lawsuit against WWE from one of their former writers?
No, what did it say?
No, it's right
Let me
there.
see.
Right, I sent it on your personal Skype link there, on your page there.
And we'll do that tomorrow, right?
Absolutely, wrestling's greatest factions tomorrow evening there, and definitely got to get Prince Ido's take on this scenario there. And I think I'm trying to find right now. Oh yes, live show. There you go. Trying to find it. Damn, dude.
Have we gone live yet?
We are live right now, guys. Yay.
Okay.
Okay. But then again, who hasn't belched on the program before? I know Cronin's done it, JB's done it, Ken has done it, everybody's done it there.
But that one probably topped them all.
I've done even worse, believe me, dude. Let me see what we got here. There we go.
That was a good one.
And I got it right now. I'm gonna play a little bit, tad bits of it here. All right, there.
Believe it or not, I mean, look, when we get through this, we give some time because the biggest news piece, and then I'm going to search for a couple more, but the biggest one is this Aerosmith retirement tour or farewell.
I heard about that.
With the Black Crowes opening. But go ahead, Art. Go ahead, guys.
We need to also talk about the fact that we lost a really good one this week.
Yeah, I know.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot. Yes, I heard about that. Yes, in the music group on Facebook there.
You saw that?
You know what? Send me the what again? The thing about for Gordon Lightfoot?
Yes.
Not yet, there. Let me hold up there. Let me pull up. Let me look it up on the Google search, about what happened with Gordon Lightfoot. And as you know, Gordon Lightfoot, he was the one of the legendary Canadian singer-songwriters there. He eventually achieved international success in the folk rock, country music genre. He's credited. Go ahead. Hello?
Yo, hold on. I got to fix the mic here. Let me see.
All right, there.
Songs like the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Classic.
Sundown.
If You Could Read My Mind, one of his top big hits there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which, by the way, was made into a dance tune featuring an all-female a collage of dance artists. That was for the movie 54, about the, of course, Studio 54 that came out later on in the 90s there. That starred Mike Myers and Neve Campbell there.
Carefree Highway.
Yep.
Endless Wire.
That's right. He was 84 years old. Let me look at AP News there. Yeah, very sad. I know Canadian stations are really playing his music, definitely for sure there.
Dr. Brown, you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit there.
All right, testing 1 2. Thank you. This is the Music Maniacs with Dr. Brown, Arknolia, and YR. We are waiting for Prince. But I'm going to check the stream, make sure everything's working.
Are you live on your channel?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, we're live on mine here. On mine here. All right, there. Gordon Lightfoot, the folk rock singer-songwriter known for his songs Sundown, If You Could Read My Mind, the record of Edmund Fitzgerald, and also wrote songs of tales of Canadian identity, died this past Monday at the age of 84. Representative Victoria Lord said the musician died at a Toronto hospital his cause of death was not immediately available. One of the most renowned voices to emerge from Toronto's Yorkville folk club scene in the 1960s, Lightfoot recorded 20 studio albums and penned hundreds of songs, including Early Morning Rain, Carefree Highway, and of course my personal favorite, the record of Edmund Fitzgerald. In the 1970s, Lightfoot garnered 5 Grammy nominations, 3 platinum records, and 9 gold records for albums and singles. He performed in well over 1,500 concerts and recorded 500 songs. He toured late into his life. In fact, just last month he canceled upcoming shows in Canada and the U.S., citing health issues. Wow.
So we have a reverb.
I noticed as well there. And who's done that?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
That's who it is.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Danny.
Danny MT, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
All right there.
No more crazy beard there. See this handsome face? So.
I see. Nice. Cool. Yeah. I see, dude. Cool.
Them cocksuckers can get the fuck out of here and check out, man. I saw.
Yeah. Interesting. I see. Very interesting, dude.
So yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
So
up.
basically,
It's a wonderful
the
day
street
today.
can't see it, but Danny MT has his hair.
I don't know,
It's
it's
a
a UFC
UFC cornrow.
Is that what it
Is that
is?
what it is?
Well, you could call it a UFC cornrow, but for me, this is my Scandinavian lineage right here. You know.
A lot of
fighters,
fighters
like
like you have that.
So I no longer have that mustache that curls in and makes it look like I'm like, regular teeth. See how fucking gorgeous I am?
Yeah.
Fucking handsome. I can't even stand it how good looking I am. So yeah, no, it's gone, man. I had to get that shit. I had to get that shit out of there, anyways. Though, man, it was kind of out of control, and I was just tired of dealing with it. But enough about my attractiveness. What are you guys talking about?
Well, right now we're discussing the death of Gordon Lightfoot as well as the upcoming Aerosmith farewell tour there.
What's the problem there?
I have no clue, and it's driving me damn nuts. Jeez.
What
Right.
problem with what? What am I missing?
Check your end out, YR.
Or Danny, what do you guys say? Because it's one of those cats there. I know it's not me and Ark.
No, I'm muted.
It's probably Danny then.
Okay, tell me if something changes if I mute. 1 second.
Thank you, testing. Thank you.
1 2 1 2. Sweet. There we
That's
go.
it.
Sweet.
Danny,
Was
do
for a
you
while
have us
there.
on the
Danny,
radio?
or what?
You have us on the radio in the background.
No, I don't have anything in the background. I'm chilling. I just got home from fucking work.
Oh wow.
I got nothing going on in the background. Nothing but
Neither do I. I
silence.
don't know why it's doing it.
Nothing but sexual silence. I can. I'll just. Let me see if it helps if I just hang up and call back in.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah.
All right, there. Okay, I'm going to look up the Aerosmith farewell tour there. Courtesy some of the favorites in here. Donald Trump's favorite, CNN. Aerosmith is heading into retirement with a farewell tour. The group announced it this past Monday that they will have a 40-date North American tour with the Black Crowes as its opening act. They said, quote, "It's not goodbye, it's a peace out," said in a joint statement. "Get ready to walk this way. You're going to get the best show of our lives." While drummer Joey Kramer remains a beloved founding member of the Aerosmith, he has regrettably made the decision to sit out the current scheduled touring dates, focus his full attention on his family and his health, the band said in a statement. Joey's unmistakable and legendary presence behind the drum kit will be sorely missed. In 2020, Kramer sued the band for breach of contract, saying he was being blocked from performing with the band after suffering minor injuries that prior spring of that year. He sought an injunction after they made plans to play without him at the 2020 Music Cares Person of the Year and the Grammy Awards, lost in that case. Unfortunately, he did. Aerosmith recently wrapped up their Las Vegas residency, titled simply Aerosmith Deuces Are Wild, at the Dolby Live in Park MGM. Now, the new tour will be produced by Live Nation. It will kick off in Philadelphia on the 2nd of September, with stops across the U.S. and Canada, including the Kia Forum in L.A., Madison Square Garden in New York City, Austin's Moody Center, Seattle's Climate Pledge Center, Chicago's United Center, Toronto, other cities, including Tampa, Florida. I know my sister DM'd me on Facebook information about that. She expressed her wanting to go. And there will also be a stop in Boston for a special hometown show on New Year's Eve 2023. All right. So I guess Aerosmith is calling it quits after this tour there. And of course, I've never seen them, unfortunately, there. And neither did my sister. Like I said, she DM'd me on Facebook about expressing interest about checking it out there.
Should go, bro.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It would be nice. Yeah, it would be also nice to see Joey Kramer behind the kit, but there was a lot of issues between both sides there, unfortunately. I mean, yeah. I'm sure you guys have seen the footage of Kramer trying to walk into the rehearsal studio only to be blocked by 2 security guards and turned away. And a lot of people were calling out Aerosmith for doing that to their drummer there. In fact, you may remember Cheap Trick were doing the same thing to their drummer, Bun E. Carlos, for the same for whichever reason.
There.
Yeah, makes no sense. All right, there. So who knows what's going to happen between those two sides there. But Aerosmith, they will be, I guess, calling it quits after this tour, I guess.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
All right, there. So since we're doing part 2 of the 1990s, the first episode we did on that subject was a kind of a disgruntled one. So hoping YR and Danny here can help lift the mood up a little bit there, because Ark was expressing how music was kind of like going from what the fuck into that spectrum there.
Well, I mean, I can understand why Ark would say that. He's our token old school, you know. So it's you got to look at it like that, you know, like from his perspective. All due respect.
Oh, I listened to the drama thing, and for the record, I am 72, and my birthday's in November, where I'll be 73.
Ah.
Yes, yeah, we've got a well-seasoned veteran here, mm-hmm. And you got to understand, man. Fucking the 90s for him. He was already like tired of fucking people like punk ass kids and bullshit, you know. So I can't go against him on that. I can't say shit about it, you know. He's, like I said, he's our well-seasoned veteran. Mm-hmm. However, for me, being in my 30s still, I mean, 90s was big, dude. That was a change up. I still would rather all day pick what I was obsessed with beforehand, which was 80s hairband. But 90s changed it up a bit when it came to hip hop, rock, etc.
Rock and roll.
And were some good things that came out. So I mean, I don't know, like what is it that's got you?
Well, there's a few of them that I'm okay with.
Danny, what were you wearing in the 90s? Were you wearing? Where's your style?
Who? Me?
Yes.
Yeah, Danny MT, like.
Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Starting from like what age? Because there was like 4 different movements during that time.
I mean, like when you're in 20s.
Bro, I was 20 in the 90s. in the 90s, bro.
Shit.
Let's see. 1999, I was 14.
Oh
So,
wow.
Dang.
yeah, no, there's no 20s, bro. But I will say, during that time, to be honest, and it's gonna sound super fucking lame, I got totally into the Tommy Hilfiger poloed or like button up shirt in with
I see.
jeans and the Doc Martin boots and my hair totally fucking perfect and had like the little blonde tips on it and shit, like ball fades, like trying to be like pretty boy shit. That's what was going on during that time.
Yeah.
But that was a good thing because before that, I was all like punk rock skater type.
Yep.
Fucking. I even owned
Thrasher.
a pair of those. I hate to admit it, but I did, and I totally wore them, and I thought I was a badass. Excuse me. And then style changed like 4 times that decade. So
Yeah.
I
I know.
at least I ended it off like badass, like where I was like the just to impress kind of guy.
Did you used to wear like bandanas and like get nightgowns with like flip flops and like chains and
I
stuff?
have
gosh.
never had nightgowns or jam pants or bandanas or no, I didn't do no.
Did you wear one of those? Did you wear those tree trunk pants? What was it called? The company that made them.
Yeah,
What's
I told you. I just said the Jinkos. I did own a pair. I
I
did.
see them. Wow.
And I wore those for like a couple months. And then I got out of it because I started to realize, like, immediately as I was, I guess, I don't know, puberty hitting and getting fucking a little bit more intelligent, I was like, this is terrible.
I know somebody. Me and my old girlfriend Nancy, rest in peace. We would make fun of. We would secretly dog all these kids wearing those jingle pants there. Like that.
Well, you know
geez.
what? You can fuck off, Doctor. How about that?
They're purple. They're
Yeah.
purple. Popular.
I'm going to go ahead and slap you in the mouth for that. Huh?
Jeez.
No, just kidding.
I know.
I can
Yeah. It's like what the. Well,
Like
actually,
about
the
like
reason.
about
you,
Like
and
if I need-
especially Arknolia, if y'all saw, that genre of the kids wearing the big old fucking parachute pants, just like,
Yeah.
oh God, no, like.
I never had any of that stuff. I just wore regular jeans and dress pants, whatever. I went out to the clubs at that time. I was into the more darker industrial stuff there. Bands like 9-Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson, when they debuted there.
Skinny
Actually,
Puppy.
Well,
Skinny
I had
Puppy,
ta-
Ministry.
Skinny
a while
penis.
back.
Yep.
I talked to your sister a while back, Dr. Earl, and she said you were into assless chaps.
You never met my sister, you fool.
No, I didn't mean.
I know. I know.
Like, you know what the problem is with my brother? He had a huge thing for assless chaps, and I was like, man, I didn't want to know that. Dr. Earl's my fucking homie. I don't want to know about whatever kind of weird phase he went through. She's like, no, I think it's important that you know that this dude used to walk around the house and do chores in assless chaps.
Who said
Yo,
that?
this guy looks like Joe Cronin on the call. Who is
You
it?
never met my sister, Danny.
Yo, Brown, is this Joe Cronin on the call?
I do not know.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Joe? Joe Cronin, man.
Hey, what's going on, heroin addict? How are you?
Oh, dude.
You're talking to the wrong person on that shit.
Redneck is on the call. What's up, Redneck?
No, not a whole
Red
lot.
Dick?
Just on the road.
All right, there. Everything going smoothly, man? That's good.
Yep.
That's good to
Everything's
hear.
going smooth.
That's good to hear, man. Oh, shit.
Hey,
No.
did you ever own a pair of Jinkos? Did you rock them in the 90s at any point in time? We won't
Nope.
judge you because I just admitted that I did for like at least half the year. And so I realized, wow, I suck at life for this.
Yeah, I never did that.
Well, that's good. Well, maybe too because you're a redneck, hence the name. Rednecks don't wear Jinkos.
No.
was just a fucking international kid, so I'm trying to fit in with whatever everybody else is doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I fit in wherever I fit in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. O, you said you were rocking the
dark goth looks during that
The dark
period, that
goth
whole
look.
decade. Yes, indeed, that decade there. My second home was the Leland
Hot
City
Topic.
Club.
Dr. Brown used to go frequent the Hot Topic store a lot, right, Brown?
Well, I didn't really shop there. I would check it out back when it was when it was good there. But now, but the problem back then they would have CDs. They would have the right stuff, the shirts and everything, the posters. Nowadays, it's more towards the emo crowd, the anime crowd, that
Yep.
the kids
Yeah.
watching stuff in that genre
Absolutely.
there.
You can't go to Hot Topic and grab a fucking decent, and I say decent, like, because it's just, you definitely can't find anything badass when it comes to clothing wise. You can't even get a decent Van Halen shirt
Yep.
or a Led Zeppelin shirt.
Well, we do have Led Zeppelin and a couple of Van Halens, but the problem is it's
I
usually
guess
the
yours
same.
does, not
Yeah.
over here, because I've been looking. I even asked a couple times over here on this side of town, like, do y'all ever get in the old school good shit? You know, like, there are some of us that are getting older, you know, and they're like, well, no, that's just, they're getting this all new genre shit that I don't even know.
Yeah,
what
they
the
gotta
fuck
follow
they
along
are.
with what's out there.
Like, Dr. Brown, the Killers band, the Killers shirt, and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Not really. I don't listen to the
Or-
Killers.
Clown posse bullshit.
Insane.
The
Yeah,
sexual-
the Juggalo stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
know
remember there was
people
a
that-
conversation
Really?
about Spencer for Gifts. I remember us checking out that store at the old Lakeside Mall in Sterling Heights, Michigan, and Joe Cronin did mention that possibly, and I believe he is on the dot on this one. Spencer for Gifts is trying to kind of like what they call out dark Hot Topic in terms of merchandise that they have up there, in terms of T-shirts. But the difference is, Spencer Forgives often features T-shirts from rappers like Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd, and these other acts I've never even heard of.
Yeah, no, it's terrible, man.
I know.
Right.
There's literally nothing to go into Topic and buy unless, I guess, you have jewelry. If you want some kind of fucking like septum nose piercing
Yeah,
thing.
and which I was never into. But but the thing is with those two brands of stores, the musical taste I was listening to in around the later 1990s was deep underground, like a Godflesh. I was into Mirror's Ball, which is a tense noise project from this Japanese guy. His name is Asaima Aketa, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, which was massive noise. In fact, I dare you guys to listen to one of its albums on full blast.
Is he the guy that like smashes pots and pans and kicks tables over and like
I
people
don't mind Judas Priest.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
No, but no, seriously, yeah.
Yo, Brown, tell Redneck about me and you going to do this.
Yeah, we saw. I was going to say. I know that we mentioned me and YR. We saw Judas Priest back in last November there.
Yeah, they were supposed
that was good.
to Redneck, and they didn't. And then this pedophile that lives in Florida said that YR was saying that I'm a I blow smoke bullshit motherfucker and didn't want to meet up with them when they didn't call me. Can you believe that?
Hey,
No,
I
really?
got a buddy that went to the concert there last summer there.
And that's a true story, by the way, YR. True story.
Thank
He
you.
wanted me to go, but I was way too busy with work, so that's the thing.
I could have went. That's all I know. Would have been a blast. Could have been the three of us. The three Stooges.
I know.
But
We was hoping to see you there, guy. We was hoping. I think.
well,
Wyatt-
you call me, you pieces of shit.
I told Dr. Brown, and Brown was like, nah.
I never said that.
Oh, so now you're pushing it on Brown. No, I don't. But I don't believe that.
Judas Priest
Yeah,
is pretty
Dr.
awesome.
Brown, I believe you. I don't believe YR because the pedo in Florida said that YR was the one that's saying like, oh no, he's not gonna come. He's blowing smoke. He's full of shit.
Yeah, but Keith blows smoke all the time.
But Brian, was I saying that about Danny, like behind the scenes? No, like
No,
I
I
wanted
never
Danny.
said. I never said that.
No, Brown, I'm
Good
saying. I'm asking you, me, was I talking shit about Danny with you behind
No,
the scenes?
you wasn't. No, you
I
wasn't there.
wanted
In
to
fact,
know.
you even tried calling Danny a couple times when we was visiting Minute Maid Park there.
Yo, Keith is full of
No,
shit.
I never got calls from y'all. I swear to God. I swear on everything. I never got calls. As a matter of fact, the only reason why I remembered last minute is because YR had messaged me and said, dude, we went to the concert and all that. I'm like, what the fuck? You were supposed to tell me. Like, no, are you serious? It reminded me because I got a message. I had no missed phone calls, nothing.
I don't know. Wow.
So I take it that you live down there around that area?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in
H-Town.
Yeah, I'm in H-Town, Art. We be representing North Side, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at.
Yeah, shit. Fucking, I've been in those areas myself with jobs. It's just I try to call up whoever and see what's up and maybe meet up if our schedules work. You know, I've been all over. Like even when I was in Long Island, whatever, try to contact Ken and see what's up and shit.
Yeah.
I feel so terrible.
It's during the week, you know. People are busy, you know.
True. But I did want to hit him up because I was there not too long ago. And shit, how many months ago was that? I was so busy because I was doing this thing for a Swedish show that I'm going to be next year, and I wanted to be able to stop by and get together with him, like maybe have a beer, you know, have dinner or whatever. And I was busy. I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, just a quick little visit, you know, and chit chat and go, you know.
And a boot scoop boogie and a boogaloo, hoogaloo, and a fucking all that shit. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, H-Town, man. H-Town's cool. I'm actually really quite sick of it. But things are going to change here pretty soon. So I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to be moving. The house that I got, I didn't purchase. So it's just convenient for me right now where corporate is because for the company that I work for, I have a different location. So it works out for me, but we're gonna get out of here pretty soon. I'll miss H-Town, but it's changed a lot. You know that too, Doctor. Like,
I did.
Every day something new was built, and it just kept expanding and expanding. Like it's a shit show here now.
Yeah. You know what I noticed is that there's a lot more. You know, I don't know. Is Houston more leaning towards the liberal side? I know YR mentioned that many months back there.
All the Californians, bro. That's what it is.
I know, yeah.
We're fucking it up. But like a lot of it that I don't like was because I mean, this was basically the city that I came to first whenever we came from overseas. And I remember areas of Houston, you know, like out on like West Side area and all that, where it was still just nothing but forests and trees and all that. That's where we rode dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, and we're hunting and all that stuff. There's no such thing now. Like it's just
oil fields.
I know the feeling, man. I know.
Building.
Bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, we need to get us off topic on that bullshit. We can talk about that later. Let's get back to the 90s.
Yeah. As I stated, my musical taste. So I was very disgruntled during that whole decade. So I switched to way underground acts, like I said, with Mayor's Bowl, Godflesh, you know, Skinny Puppy, bands like other bands like I was also getting into an artist named Bill Laswell. Yeah, YR?
The band Skinny Penis. You familiar with that?
Ah, jeez, dude.
Philadelphia, 1982. No, go ahead.
Shit. Dude, I was into an artist named Bill Laswell who had a lot of projects. He had some dub projects. He come up with some experimental projects. I mean, he's worked with just about everybody under the planet there, including John Lennon from Public Image and the Sex Pistols there. I was getting into some of his stuff there. I was also, that's when I met my girlfriend Nancy. We were together for about over 3 years until her passing in 2001.
Yeah.
But my favorite album from the 1990s, as I mentioned on the previous episode, was this double CD album called Re-Entry by Techno Animal, which was an experimental project out of England featuring one of the guys from Godflesh. That album still blows my mind when I listen to it today. I was like playing that record immensely. Now keep it,
Right.
because and it's kind of funny thing is cars nowadays back then they were coming out with CD players. I didn't have one, so I had to record all the CDs onto cassette and play them on when I was in my car there.
I remember doing that shit myself.
In fact, another artist I was getting into was a dude named Mick Harris, who used to drum with Napalm Death. He had a couple projects of his own called Scorn, which was basically experimental dub there. He also had he had another project called Lull, which is spelled Lull, which was a soundscape project. In fact, some of the soundscape material that I post on my channel and stream live at times was kind of inspired by Lull, along with another dark soundscape project called Lustmord.
Yep.
On hood. You know, it was a while back, you know, actually, that we were talking about 90s. It was me and YR, and he told me, what the hell was it? He said the biggest thing that blew his mind that he was obsessed with in the 90s was, I believe it was 96. It was Paula Cole. He loves that song, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was really huge into that. I personally thought that it's a creepy song, and I thought the music video itself was extremely extra creepy. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you want to fill us in on that? Like exactly
Well, I
what?
mean, if I heard the song, maybe I never heard of it though.
Okay, well that's a lie. I mean, like if you can tell me in confidence, you can tell it to me and our homeboy, fucking Doc, and know that, you know, like
I don't give a shit who listens to what.
even fucking even fentanyl don't give a fuck. So like,
Well,
uh,
I'm looking up the song right now, by the way, and apparently the song, by the way, it traces the stages of a tragic romance. The first two verses explore infatuation and discovery. The bridge expresses disillusionment, and the final verse changes to despair. A brief transition and chorus that repeats the song's titles follows each verse and questions the loss of the narrator's dream of spending her lifetime with a Western-style hero. Kind of like a Prince Charming or a cowboy hero to sweep her off her feet.
what she was looking for, but he was like a deadbeat ass weirdo, cheating, fucking drunk that was never home. It's very creepy. It's almost like a movie, but like adult creepy.
Yep.
If you ever have,
Sounds like great fun.
and just watch the video, and it'll change your life. You'll feel creeped out for the rest of your life. Just saying.
Now, of course, she would have another bigger hit with the song called "I Don't Want to Wait," which was featured on one of those.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. That's great.
What was it? Tulsa's Creek or whichever there?
Yeah, I don't want
Cowboy
to be over when you know. Bro, it's Creek or was it Seven Heaven?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Seven Heaven.
Yes, that was one of the shows there. There was a lot of those programs all around.
Yeah.
Dawson's Creek, Seventh Heaven,
I ain't
Party
gonna
of Five.
lie,
Year
I
11.
I
Fucking.
take the '90s back to replace the days of now, without the
Lorna.
Oh,
As
without
much as the 90s suck, they're better than today.
it's
Yeah.
more.
Oh, fuck.
more
Way better than today's shit's like garbage.
All right. Oh yeah. Well, let me
All
chance
garbage.
you in my chat there.
We go to the fast food place and spend fucking a couple dollars anymore. It's like $10 every time you go to fast food.
That's true there. Yes,
Yeah.
especially at concerts. Like, geez.
Mm-hmm.
bro, it's crazy now.
Yeah, what was even more frustrating, I spoke about this on the last week, with me and Ark. The perception of heavy metal was like, oh, that's in the past. Hey, this is the new thing now. I told about this one woman who basically dissed me for seeing a heavy metal band called Illegal back in Detroit. It was I mentioned this woman, who
I've seen,
go ahead.
I've seen that video. Like, didn't you do a video about it? Like a vlog type video about it? Like how this woman was just obsessive fucking ripping on you on what you're listening to.
Yes, I know. She was like, the woman I was seeing at that time, her buddy kind of like dogged me for seeing this band Illegal. I was like,
Yeah.
she was like, did you wear spandex?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Fucked up. It's like, really?
And the woman I was seeing at that time was, trying to get me into Melissa Etheridge, and Blues Trapper and stuff, And I'm sorry, I can't do it. Eventually, she broke up with me, because she couldn't change me into what she wanted me to be.
Yeah.
I was like, screw her.
Are you
Hell with her.
You say that you're catching shit for them because they were wearing spandex?
Yeah, but they weren't really wearing spandex, but it was the perception that this woman was thinking, the persona. Like heavy metal, it's all about hair sticking out to here, the bare chest, it's all songs about partying and getting laid
okay.
and stuff,
Well, no, that's what I wanted to hear. So I mean that makes it even better because it's like, okay, who the fuck is gonna hate on someone going to like see the Ramones? Look what they did.
Yeah.
Look what they did.
Yeah.
That's true.
Very weird shit. I wouldn't have never fucking worn, but I tell you what, I'd be jamming the fuck out of their music.
Yeah.
Yo, is it true that I forget which one, Brown, you should know this one about the Ramones, but one of them used to sniff glue?
I don't know, but I don't
for
know.
real.
I'm not too sure, but I know there was a song called "Now I Want to Sniff Some Glue." Now I want something to do. In fact, I think I mentioned that one time when Dee Dee Ramone lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan for about a year. I think it was in 91, 92 there. Eventually, he stayed there for a while there and eventually moved back to New York and remained there up until he died in 2002.
On the motherfucker.
Yeah.
How about okay, so let me ask you this, Dr. O, because you are literally like the fucking music master. I swear you know like every band and every song.
Yep.
We're talking about 90s, right?
Yes.
Were you a fan at all of G.G. Allen?
Oh boy, man!
Wow.
I've only heard one song from him, and that was on a cassette compilation. And yes, I have heard about this guy many times. In fact, one of his last performances was at a club in Detroit called the Marquee, or
Yes.
Taz, and by 7 Mile and Van Dyke.
He wasn't supposed to be there.
Mm.
Like, he was just out of control, bro. Like, this fool... You're right with everything you're saying. I don't mean to cut you off or whatever, but G.G. Allen was a fucking legend, man. Like...
Yep.
Dude, you need to watch the documentary. You haven't even watched the documentary about him, Doc?
Not yet, no. I've heard. I know. I've been getting recommendations to check it out. I know Eddie Trunk spoke about this guy on his show there at one point.
I promise you, you will love it and be like, "What the fuck?" I mean, real hardcore rock punk, like just destruction, fucking insanity. Like this guy was, whoa. I'm curious to know exactly what song it was that you heard. Like my
I
personal
forgot it was
Island.
ages ago there.
Yeah, I know you got to check it out, or I'll send you some. Anyways, too. Yeah, no, I'm gonna send you some shit on Skype, and you still haven't fucking got my new thing on there yet.
But
told you I-
it did check it out there. I know that I know the name of the new channel that you have up there. If it's with your consent, we can give the name out of it if you like.
No. You need to check your Skype. It's the one I made the Danny MT.
I did. Yes, I did. I did check it out.
Okay, so it's the Danny MT. That's really me, but you have to add me, bro, because I can't. When you go live.
Mm-hmm.
And I jump into your live chat, I can't type because it says I have to wait like 20
Yeah,
days.
sub mode. The reason why the reason why is because of all the trolls, dirtbags, losers getting into people's chat, spreading lies. Like in fact, credit Shanzu, who was in my chat not too long ago. He made me a moderator in his chat there because there are people under fake accounts saying Chris Benoit didn't do anything, and we knew what the heck it was there. We saw it right off the bat.
Right.
Yeah.
There was even another troll one time saying Tommy is this, Tommy is that. Correct. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fuck all that, man. But yeah, no,
Yep.
me, it's the real Danny MT. It's my picture, the one that I have with the mean face.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Here. Yes. Dr. Girl, you can tell anybody, like, yeah, no, that's my homie right there. That's his real ass fucking channel.
All right.
I only sent it to a handful of y'all that I know that are real, and so that y'all know that I'm, I'm not gonna lie to y'all or whatever. So, and you're gonna know that it came from me and not a troll.
Gotcha.
Real
All right there. All right there.
Like, I don't know. With me, type of music, most of the time I listen to because I'm very old school, 40s, 50s, all the way up to the 80s, and a little bit of early 90s. That's it.
I can respect the fact that you said 40s because I swear to God, sometimes I'll turn on Sirius XM radio, dude, and I will jam 40s.
Nice.
I like it. That old fucking before I was born.
I'm definitely I'm definitely with whoever that was. Was that Minnesota?
No.
Or Redneck or?
It's Redneck.
Yeah.
It's Redneck that's speaking
okay.
right now. Yes.
I'm with him on that. During the 90s, I was listening to basically the 60s, 70s, and 80s, 50s and 40s on occasion. And I was digging deep. I was going deep cuts on all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this very day, that's all I listen to is the rock, or I listen to classical, or I listen to a little bit of R&B, but, the original R&B, I mean, country singer, back in the
I'll go into the 1800s and such too.
Speaking of country music, it fits to say that thanks to Garth Brooks, country music really got its big boost again in the outside world there, the mainstream media, as well as the mainstream world there, because this guy was like selling records left and right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, I listen to Garth Brooks. I listen to Alan Jackson. I listen to Toby Keith. And
I kind of like Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and Dunn, yeah.
The restaurant.
They're doing a tour. Wow.
Yes.
Brooks and Dunn, they're doing this tour coming out.
Yeah.
I see.
I like their cover.
A couple years ago or something.
Split up.
I like their cover of My Maria.
It's called the Reboot Tour. Reboot.
So they're actually going to be together on tour? Because like split up, and I thought it was like
that's why the Aerosmith thing is kind of, it sounds to me, I mean, like, bro, no band ever really retires until someone dies or something. You know what I mean? Like,
like Alice in Chains with that group,
Yeah, credit to them because they were like another version of Black Sabbath when you think about it there.
Yeah.
I've seen them on their reboot before any of them passed, and boom, that was amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Dr. Earl, did you ever listen to fucking Iron Man and cut your wrists?
Never.
No.
Never.
Oh.
Never once ever wanted to cut my wrist or never felt the need
What the
to.
fuck, Danny? Brad, listen, let me tell you something about Brad. Meeting him in person, because just like anything in life, in person is way different than what you see on TV or the internet. I mean, it's similar,
Yeah.
but so Brown says like, oh, he likes the goth stuff, the darker stuff, blah blah blah. I mean, he was wearing the cape and everything.
The trench coat.
Yeah,
But Brown is
a normal person.
Brown is he's the opposite of a dark devil, beast, demon. Like he is a sweet sunflower, blooming,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
Thank you, YR.
All of you
very very nice, very kind to others, not an asshole. You know,
Informative.
you can't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the many people of the mainstream society tended to do that, which pushed me
And
to the
Danny-
dark side.
If he cuts his wrist,
No, never would I ever cut my
Yeah.
wrist.
Chop
Never would I
it.
do that.
Dude, I've got thousands of scars on my fucking forearms, Dr. Earl, because I used to cut so deep while listening to Iron Man.
No, oh, dude, never do that. No.
if you ever
Like,
something
my
positive about that.
My arms look like I fucking went down a water slide that was layered with fucking cheese graters.
What was the purpose of that, man?
I'm kidding, brother. I swear to God, I've never cut myself more.
I was gonna say, dude. Anyway, so
No.
speaking of stuff there, speaking of somebody, I wanted to bring up something there that was going on during the grunge movement there. Heroin
The
use.
attitude.
Yeah,
What the
lots of
What? This is the
Talk
one
about
thing.
the attitude era, baby. WWF.
Oh, jeez.
Get to that. We're gonna have to dive like later on in the '90s. We got to talk about like the music and like the DX songs were all inspired by like Rage Against the Machine.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely. What did these?
sounded like
You know what? We got to make it special for all the wrestling theme songs, either on a wrestling show or on Music Maniacs.
And then
We definitely got to
and then-
do that.
And then like in the 2000s, like early 2000s, like Edge, Randy Orton, Batista,
Oh, yeah.
for like real songs, like Kid Rock for The Undertaker.
Yep.
Like they used to
Yeah.
come out with like real artists, man. That was pretty cool.
Motorhead for Triple H.
It was. It was good.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's all this fucking made up shit. It seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
And by the way, YR, we definitely let's
hello, real quick.
Well, bye.
Let me finish my thought real quick. This is important. So, like, think about it in the 90s. Like, you have your classic themes, whether it's, I mean, you name all your HBK, blah, blah, blah. But, like, in the 2000s, WWE started using real songs from real bands. I wonder what changed that.
I
over
think
the years.
I'm thinking maybe it may have been the copyright issues, because back then, way before in the golden era of wrestling, they would have other artists, other songs, popular songs as their opening music. Like I remember seeing the clip of the Midnight Rockers before they became the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Their opening theme music was, of course, Lived It After Midnight, the Judas Priest tune there.
Yeah.
They were used in songs like Jump by Van Halen. They were used in songs like Cat Scratch Fever by Ted Nugent there. Stranglehold. I think Ark has a few stories about that.
Vince, when he took over and stuff, literally the copyrights he ended up still using, but then after that, he ended up getting he ended up getting sued over well over $1 billion for using the copyrights with these wrestlers.
That's true there. Yeah, that's another thing. So they figured they had to.
Or they had to change it. So.
I remember when the JYD Junkyard Dog came out to Another One Bites the Dust.
Yeah.
And
You know, and I just learned about this real quick. Speaking of copyrights and stuff, like when arenas play songs during games,
Yep.
or tribute bands.
They pay for it.
Yep. They
Yeah,
all do. They all do.
That's
Everybody's got to
crazy.
pay. Even radio stations as well there.
Yep. They pay for it in order to play it.
Exactly.
see, like that's
Oh,
why
these-
you have that's why you have some covers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta ask a question real quick because we got ahead pretty far there. We have been having a pretty good conversation and all that with all the stuff that we've covered. But I gotta ask, I gotta bring it back a few minutes. I'd
Yep.
like to ask Art,
Yeah.
what were you doing in your time? Because they were asking about me in the 90s. YR, I think he's close to my age. I can't remember how old the fucking idiot is, but I think he's close to me. So when you were back, like our age, like what were you doing? Were you rocking like the Jeffrey Dahmer haircut, like bell bottoms? Like what was
No,
going
I don't think Jeffrey Dahmer existed in the 60s.
No.
on? Like the haircut did. Like
Plus all the
Well-
bell bottoms.
his haircut was cool.
When I went to school, we had a lot of restrictions that you guys don't have.
Yeah, I remember them.
We had, you know, hair had to be a certain length, clothes had to be a certain way, all that stuff.
Yep.
So basically I wore semi-normal stuff, but I would push the envelope a little bit and come in once in a while with some stuff that was kind of like
Questionable.
questionable, but not enough to get me kicked out of school.
You didn't do anything weird like how like YR used to put like tube socks in his pants to make it look like he's packing. Like he just
Oh, dude.
because that shit's
Honestly, what I wore in high school.
You didn't have
as
to
middle-
do that. It was already
Yeah,
there.
but then again,
Yeah,
you also got to remember meeting the girls in class would put stuff in their bras and make them look like they got bigger ass boobs.
All right.
Brown in middle school, we had uniforms, but in high school, like I wore like band shirts and stuff, like what I wear now, pretty
nice.
much.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
So did I there.
had to wear fucking uniform. But okay, so Art,
Yeah, no uniforms.
Hey guys.
Like
Yeah.
you say, I'm guessing that you were rocking some fucking jeans and some boots, nice little shirt, tight fitting, you know.
Fanny pack, little 1993 fanny pack, Dr. Brown.
No, I never had any fanny packs. You know, why did I need a fanny pack? I had pockets.
Yeah.
I did wear
That was a good question, Earl. Like, it seems like you would have rocked a fucking like neon orange fanny pack.
Yeah, it's not. I was not into orange or any of that
Berber
stuff there.
orange color.
Well, I wore jeans and colorful
Dr. Earl?
shirts, stuff like that. Yeah.
I miss that you cut off your hair. That long hair was a good look with you, you know?
For me,
Yeah.
well, I'll probably. Well, it's once in a while you get tired of dealing with it and such. Interferes with your work and everything else there. So,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it's
like
slowly
my
start.
beard
You rock it perfect, though.
sleep and my beard was getting in my mouth there.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
point. That comes along with the package there.
Take a picture.
Yeah.
Send it.
Huh?
Can you take a picture of you right now and send it? I'll post it on my channel. That's a
Yeah.
badass haircut. Like for real.
And I'll also show you. Oh, you know, actually, I think I did it. I have
Oh,
one
yeah.
to send you. It's the before and after where I'm
Dude,
off.
you're doing the
Looks sad, bro. And like my beard is like fucking
party
too
in the front,
long.
business in the back.
Mullet.
And then-
Yep, that's what Wire's got doing going on right now. And it looks damn good.
Yeah, let me
You're
check that out.
rocking
real quick.
it, or whatever.
Sweet.
But like, Art, when did you get to the point where you're like, okay, man, I think I maybe like, I'm dressing wrong. I'm doing the wrong shit. Like when you wanted to shape your ass up, getting older, more mature. Like, what
Right,
what
yeah.
did Ark turn into after the young buck, you know, days of like I'm dressing like this and all that? And then you're like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the store and get this.
Probably the late 70s after I got out of the Air Force.
Mhm.
Oh, you were in the Air Force. I didn't know that. Hey,
Yeah.
thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
for your service, sir.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
I was in for
Props to you,
7
Ark.
years, actually.
Cool. Mega cool,
Yep.
man. All right, so here's
I
what. Well, let me ask
appreciate
about this, and this is involves some on the a genre, that sense of past, the gangster rap stuff. There,
Ooh.
back in the '80s, it was all about anti-drug, anti-crime, anti-doing wrong. There, stand up for what's right.
Yo,
Go ahead.
Brown, real quick, who's in concert up here where literally like around the corner from where the Stars play?
Yeah.
House of Blues, small venue, Lil Wayne tonight,
Oh.
$600, general admission.
Really?
Are you
Damn.
serious?
$600. General admission.
Oh
But
my gosh.
$600. So
Are
it's
you
like, man,
kidding me?
small venue, yeah, small house. He was in Houston yesterday. He's doing like a House of Blues thing, like these smaller venues. Crazy.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. That much just for a small venue. Fuck that.
And for him.
And for him,
Yeah.
well, then again, you know how some of these rappers of today, they want the money by the pound. And speaking of,
right now, I would do that. Absolutely.
They like the money like they like it in the pound like they like it in the weed.
now here's the question I want to ask is, back in the '80s, rap music was about don't do light white lines, don't do any
Yeah.
crimes, and then all of a sudden in the '90s, it's completely
It went-
switched around. It all became about selling the
I'm
drugs,
gonna
do what you
shoot
can to
the-
survive, shooting this guy, shoot this
Yep.
guy, shoot that guy, fuck the police, police are the enemies. It's about bitches and hoes and everything. What you got? I want to ask, what happened?
Yep. Straight up generation sitting there fucking and down with the streets and getting in. They let them in and hey, they're considered good singers, but 99% of the time in the 90s, I mean, even this very day with rappers,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell are they saying?
Well,
To me,
that
it's
and-
boom, you know?
and redneck rap concerts, most of them aren't.
Yeah.
They do like they play the fucking song and
Oh,
in the
yeah.
background. It's weird. Like some
I
rappers,
know what you
like
mean.
that.
Just, it went out of control, and
The
it's just
gangster
getting
rap
worse.
thing, yeah, it did definitely there.
Yeah.
Even
Back
got
in the
to
90s, have fucking like what's his name, like Exhibit or DMX, and like
Compton's Most Wanted.
and they'll get on stage, they'll rap. They'll
I
rap
guarantee they don't.
I mean, like there we had Boys in the Hood, the movie with Ice Cube. We had NWA, or what
Yeah.
before they broke apart. There, Ice Cube emerged victorious from the NWA camp. When you think about it, there he went on to put out albums, movies, and everything else. There,
Oh,
I mean, he really emerged himself as a big star.
yeah.
I mean, the Dr. Dre emerged victorious just as well when he got away from Eazy-E. Eazy-E, unfortunately, he perished in '95 from AIDS. He had gotten 7 women pregnant and had a child with each one of them. So you can
Yeah.
imagine how much bickering these 7 women did with one another to get whichever inheritance they can from this guy.
About like
Oh,
the AIDS in the 90s, though.
Yeah,
It was still-
absolutely. Yeah, it's another thing,
Yeah. That was a
If you go,
big
if
thing.
you,
Back then, Dr. Brown, they had condoms in the 80s and 90s, or no?
yes, they
No,
did.
they
They had them in the
Good Lord,
80s.
we had condoms in the 60s. Come on.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
but I don't
They
know.
had
I didn't live in the back time. I didn't know that back. I mean, like, why didn't
They've been around for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, back in the '60s, I guess
And
sometime
some of
in,
them were probably manufactured in the 60s, still around.
yeah.
It's on eBay.
But back then, nobody took him seriously until we saw Michael Jordan. No, excuse me. What's the name? No, Freddie Mercury. My bad for that. Magic Johnson announced that he was HIV positive. Freddie Mercury died of AIDS. Rock Hudson died of AIDS.
Yeah.
Ray Sharkey, the actor, died of AIDS.
In fact, they used to sell them in the men's room at the gas stations. Put
Yep.
a quarter in, turn the knob, and there they were.
Boom, they were there.
Yep. And some gas stations still do that too.
Yep,
Wow.
they do.
But I bet they're not a quarter.
Yeah,
Probably
Oh,
$1 or something like that, man.
50 cents still. I seen. I wouldn't get a condom at a bathroom gas station, of course, but I seen them and it's like, what the fuck? You know?
AIDS on that. You think there's AIDS on the condom? Like germs and stuff?
Not that I know of.
Nah, 'cause why wouldn't you buy it out of the vending machine in the bathroom? Because it's in the bathroom, like it's dirty or something. It's sealed. It's sealed.
You never know.
They're all sealed. Yeah, absolutely.
It's probably the dirtiest shit nowadays than it was
Fine where
when it first came out.
hook up with like a trans or like a dude, like an older guy or like a chick, and you use a condom, and y'all fixing to do it, they're gonna be like, "Do you have a condom?" And you
Yep.
might be like, "No, I don't." Well, there goes the vending machine somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right around
Yeah,
Even
because unless if you're prepared, you go to either Walgreens or CVS or something like that.
or when it
Buy a
was
box of 12.
yeah, or when it was before it was called CVS. Back then it was
Everybody be raw dogging the Florida hose.
dude.
I
And by the
deal
way,
with
let's keep in mind that
anything.
back in around the 90s, when the start of the 90s, Perry Drugs back in Michigan used to be called Perry Drugs. They became Rite Aid soon afterwards, and CVS used to originally be called Arbor Drugs back then.
Yeah.
Bro, Danny, you look like Osama bin Laden in your old picture. What the fuck?
Oh God.
Like
Your beard was so long. You could have braided that hoe. Like,
I
make
was put like Scandinavian runestones in it, but it just got too much, man. Maybe later.
bro,
Yeah.
that thing. Huge.
It kind of reminds me of what the haircuts in that show Vikings.
Danny definitely looks more presentable with the good haircut and stuff. Like, you look more. I mean, you look. I mean, everyone has a lot of people have long beards nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the shaved sides, that was a big thing during the early 90s just as well there. James Hetfield sported that. The singer from Faith No More, Mike Patton, he sported that. You know, a lot of other bands, metal rock bands, was sporting that look there.
Oh,
And who's doing what
the
now?
ones were healthier than the others. Well, even though they weren't healthy, but a lot better than the others. But because the change, over the years, they're like, hey, I want
What the fuck?
With that shape and size.
But yeah, I'll send it
Yeah.
on your YR too, so you can see like with the braids or whatever. But it's funny when motherfuckers want to be fucking straight fucking fags and changing shit up.
Another
Quite
thing
common.
about the 90s there, we were talking about the switcheroo of the family values thing there. Back in the 70s, 80s, it was mom's apple pie, family values, mama, dad, God for everything else there. In the 90s, it all switched over. Back then, it was okay to come out of the closet. It's okay to be gay, and it'll be accepted. Whereas back in the two decades before, you came out of the closet, your life ended right there. You probably get your ass beat, you get condemned by your community, your school, you beat up everything, but possibly killed.
My dad told me when I was little, like I wouldn't. It's not like I was showing any signs or anything, but he just gave the fucking get go, like being his only son. He's like, hey man, if you ever turn out to be a fag, like I'll kill you. I really will.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
sir,
right.
well, no
Because back
problem.
then, I guess what it was is that all the people out there who were outcasted throughout those two previous decades finally had a chance to voice themselves. They had a voice, they had a cause, and the people and the new kids at that time who were just being born, the little children, absorbed those values, and they still hold on to their life. In fact, a lot of those kids out there would grow up to get on social media platforms, to work at Google, YouTube, and everything. And that's what pretty much explains why we have so much political correctness in this
Yep.
modern age here. Especially with cancel culture, with all this pronouns bullshit that's going on there. You name it.
The
It's like,
pronoun shit. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
I don't. That's what I'm wondering there. It's like I know me and Ark are like, huh? What's going on here? I imagine Ark was probably felt the same way about that whole situation.
Well, I like the fact that cancel culture comes out and says, we believe in freedom of expression. Everybody should be what they are. And if you don't agree with us, we're going to cancel you. Wait, huh?
Yeah. It's fucked up.
The thing that gets me is that there was and we'll probably have to know this. They're going after Ric Flair and a couple other WWE stars over this plane ride from hell, which occurred in 2002, and they're canceling over that years later. Jeez.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. And they tried to. And here's another thing. Me and Ark and Tommy, when we had Tommy on the show, we talked about them trying to cancel Metallica. Like, you're actually gonna succeed doing that? Come on, you turd balls. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
That's like,
Let's go ahead and get Tommy on the call, Brown. Go ahead.
Oh gosh.
Dude, let's get Tommy.
Yeah,
Man,
definitely.
let's get Tommy fired up on this.
If he's
Why
available.
might yell at him? We got to be careful.
No, yeah, but as long as
when that girl,
that was me.
probably vice versa.
Danny's here. I'm not going to act up in front of Tommy like that.
Yeah, Tommy and Danny are buddies there, so
That's my brother, man. That ain't my buddy. That's my brother.
yeah.
I like Tommy.
Maybe Danny could get Tommy at the call if he's available there.
I like Tommy.
I can try. Let me see if I can get. All right, I'll hang up for a second. Let me see if I can call him and be like, "Hey, man, please, like, come over and hang out with us, whatever, and see what he says."
All right,
So
good.
1 second.
All right, good.
yeah, when I grew up, like, okay, small town school, blah, blah, blah. And I tell you what, I remember my senior year was the first year having a black person in our school or Asian.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I mean, we're straight up all country folks and shit. And yeah, I mean, there was a small class, and then, yeah, the first time we had to deal with it, all of us, we were just like, don't talk to them, you know.
Well, remember, I grew up in
because
Texas.
we didn't know. I mean, first time dealing with, you know.
I grew up
But
mostly
we
in
were
Texas.
Yep. Yeah.
And I can relate to what he's saying because we had a lot of Mexicans in Texas, okay?
Yes.
Well,
But we never had any black people in the school till my senior year in a different school.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was cool, you know, and I was okay with them.
Yeah.
we didn't have any other
I
race
like it.
around. It was just all white.
Yeah.
Everybody else,
Tell me
was-
that you
everybody else was ignoring.
water fountain as them boys.
It was crazy during the times, but I'm best friends with a couple of them that went to
You was
school with.
willing to touch the same water handle as them boys. Ooh.
Yo, Dr. Mexican.
Oh,
Dr.
gosh.
Brown.
Oh, dude.
Where are the comedians?
You should hear what he
yeah,
did. The
by the way-
Minnesota Vikings had a couple nights about last that one time there.
Minnesota was mad that his hockey team lost, but nothing he can do about it. So.
Fuck games, a bunch of fuck games, and fuck you fucking.
We
fuck.
love Minnesota Vikings and we support him and his channel. We
I
do
love
love him.
Vikings. Big time. I need him to support me with my new channel since I got taken down by trolls.
Yeah.
So
The same
Yeah.
one that Vikings is a fan is going after.
Dr. Brown, are we doing the drama
he's
show
going
tonight
after
on-
Yep.
Tomorrow
Dr. Brown,
night?
are we doing the drama? Is it tonight or tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night there for Shizzle.
All right.
All right, there, definitely.
My nizzle. And by the way, Dr. Brown, yes, I had jumped off the call and I called Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
He is in the middle of having a fancy dinner with
Mhm.
family.
Nice.
And he said he's going to be doing some shit after that, whatever, and he wouldn't be available until like 10 o'clock Eastern time. So I said, all right, man.
All
Yeah.
right. All right,
Brown,
there,
that's
I
what
see
I'm
that.
saying. Let's just go tonight. Let's just go tonight.
What?
What?
Let's just hang out tonight, Brown. We're gonna have Tommy on.
Well,
Think about it.
It's going to be late.
Well, Tommy might want to do the wrestling thing tomorrow night.
Hanging out
let's-
now.
Yeah, definitely.
and
Yeah, definitely get Tommy for the show if he's available tomorrow. But and we also got to go to hold of Prince Ido for Shizzle.
Because I'd rather do tomorrow because tomorrow when I get off of fucking work, I got what's called Friday off. So I can stay up and act an ass.
Well, man, I want to sit here and start working on my car, and only thing is just because of music I'm going to be playing. Yeah, I'm going to be playing some 40s and 50s while I'm working
Nice.
on it.
Nice. Hey,
But it's no rush. I'm waiting on parts to come in anyways. What needs to be done is very little to none. It'd take me 10 minutes, and then I'd have to wait, longer. So
that's true.
might as
There.
well just kind of slow down because I'm going ahead.
Right there. Oh yeah. By the way, I should probably point this out there. Carnival of Souls. This was supposed to have been a grunge album for Kiss. Apparently, believe it or not, now I've heard a couple of songs from that was played on the radio when it finally did come out in '97. There, it was supposed to come out in '95, for I understand, but it was only available on bootleg form there. Because back then, CDs are now printing bootleg of concerts, certain albums. Like, for example, 9 Inch Nails' performance at Woodstock 94, that was bootlegged massively because that was the most talked about performance of that year.
Right? Oh, yeah. I remember that.
On a friv. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, during that, in fact, I got a chance to get me these, what they were called, limited edition trance remixes of various Pink Floyd albums.
Oh, really?
Yes, they did it for Dark Side of the Moon, Obscured by Clouds, Wish You Were Here. They did it with Animals. They did it with Metal. They did it with a couple others as well there. I was collecting them like crazy because these were like most unique.
I know. I mean, I know a lot of the albums and shit because I'm huge fans of fucking those bands. Just freaking like I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yep.
They gotten that and shit. Fuck,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
But well, definitely Redneck when you get a chance. You got to look out, go to YouTube, but look up Pink Floyd "Welcome to the Machine" trance remix. You can find a 12-minute dance version of that song there.
Oh, dude, I will.
Definitely,
I love
you'll be
Floyd.
amazed. I was amazed when I first heard that. I was like, "Wow, dude, man."
I play electric guitar, and I could play
Good.
a lot of Pink Floyd and 311 and fucking, well, I tried some Jimi Hendrix, but, my goal was trying to do it solo, but I get so far and I hit the wrong note. It's like, son of a bitch.
Practice makes perfect, man.
Exactly. I mean, it does. I mean, and nowadays with my health issues with my hands and stuff not working like I want them to work. I still try to do. You know, it don't matter with arthritis what I have. It don't matter. I'm going to try to do. I might be in pain, but I'm going to fucking do it. You know.
And credit you for doing that, man. Credit to you, dude.
I might miss miss a note here and there, but I try to do it quick enough, you know, where you can barely hear it, but you know I missed a note if you're true legend of knowing, you know. It's crazy. I mean, I played electric guitar I started when I was 15, and shit, I've been doing it off and on here and there for nowadays. Now it's been about at least a good 30, 20 some years now. So
I see there, yeah.
otherwise, I started out with acoustic guitar, and I could play acoustic guitar like behind my back if I want to.
Yeah, that's cool, yeah.
It's just like
now
okay.
I gotta bring up something here that came to my mind when I was around the later 90s during the new metal scene. We seen a lot of kids with a lot of piercings in their ears, their eyebrows, their noses, and their lips and all that.
Oh
And
yeah,
I was thinking about this, you know. Now back then, you know, people would say, I can't believe I looked like that back then. I can't believe, but at back that time, it was the style. You had to follow along with that style. All the kids in the 90s who had all those multiple piercings are probably, bet you right now, looking back saying, man, I can't believe I put that many ear loops in my right ear. I can't believe I put that many those bell rings in my eyebrows.
Yep, and I got friends like that. Like they're sitting there like saying, "Thank God I stopped when I stopped." I mean, I look back on the photos and everything. Oh fuck yeah!
You know,
they're disappointed about it. Like, man, I look like a fool.
The only thing I ever had pierced
really.
was just my left earlobe, and that was about it. Nothing else. And I stopped where I had a collection of small, like a stud earrings, a loop earrings there that I wore when I went to the Ritz or New York. And I stopped around early 1993, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had cervix pierced at one time, but it just got in the way and it bothered me.
Oh wow!
You see, I was born deaf for the first 4 years of my life, so and then next thing on top of that, my parents told me and my brother, like, if you want to pierce your ear, then you can move out. I don't give a shit.
Yo, is this Bullfrog's cousin on the call? Bullfrog's cousin on the call.
Oh, Redneck? YR's back.
Yeah, you related to Bullfrog?
I ain't his cousin.
No. This is Redneck from who used to be with the Real as Fuck TV with the Minnesota's there.
Yeah, I ain't Bullfrog's fucking cousin.
Yo, Minnesota, stop paying for the Legends Lounge rental space.
Ovary piercing. Run out if you want to talk about Bullfrog and his cousin. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Saying, like, we were talking about how I was saying I used to have my cervix and my ovaries pierced.
Wow.
They started getting in the way, kind of like messed up my stomach a little bit and stuff, and so it's like, yeah, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was kind of a tough thing there.
Yeah.
It's not comfortable for a man to have his cervix and his ovaries pierced unless you're willing to deal with the pain. You know what I'm saying?
Well, on top of it,
gosh.
man, don't have.
It's pretty hard,
ovaries.
apparently, to get to your cervix and ovaries, isn't it?
Mhm.
Since you don't have one.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for someone to say something like,
You're a
"Fuck,
woman.
y'all are quiet."
I knew. I was like, we knew it. That was bullshit there.
I was saying, what the heck's he talking about? And then, no.
Say anything, Ark. At least I was at least banking on you, bro, for you to be like, Danny, shut up.
I'm sitting there going, nah.
I know. I was like, heard that's like a don't tell me you're one of them, okay?
No, absolutely not. I am biological by all means.
Starting to scare me.
Ovaries, beards. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, when you start talking about your vagina, then it's like, what?
You're
Be like, okay, tell the truth now, damn it.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, we don't want to get crazy with the squirrely whirlies there. We want to keep it real there.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
All right. One thing I also want to bring up there is all the. Ever heard of this genre, Riot Grrrl genre, which is these female punk bands like Hole, Bikini Kill,
Yeah.
L7?
Yep, a little bit.
Heard of those there?
Yes. That was the thing back then. Girls was about rage. They were expressing how they were tired of being, used as sex objects, used for sex. Left alone, pregnant with the kid there, while their husband is off doing some banging other chicks there. Stuff that you would often hear on the Maury Show when that was still on the air there. I mean, we hear a lot of girls are like taking charge. A lot of things there. In fact, I guess, was this all because of compressed anger, the resentment?
Well, women's rights type
Yep.
shit again. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm probably just a lot of repressed anger there.
Yeah.
And a lot of repressed anxiety and depression there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Well, we
you
need to
said,
ask Danny about that since he has the cervix and ovary.
Oh,
But that's not the point anymore there. So we get past that there. I would say though that like how he said with Maury Povich there,
Mhm.
he had that show, and I would actually say would really probably start more before him whenever we had Geraldo there.
Well, Geraldo was actually before Maury Povich, believe it or not, because
That's
I
what
remember.
said.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Oh, I misunderstood. My bad.
I said that there. I mean,
Yeah.
like, come on, man. I did say that there.
I thought it was
But-
vice versa. You were pointing it out there. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, when did Springer fall among all that?
Well, Jerry Springer started in '91, and he started out as a kind of a political issue talk show there. Then it kind of
Yep.
switched slowly over to the mainstream topics, like, of course, as I mentioned last
Well-
week.
Speaking of politics there, wasn't he a fucking like mayor or something there?
He was.
And
He
that-
was the mayor of Cleveland. He served one term.
for a while there.
Yeah, he
before,
served one term as the mayor of, I believe, Cincinnati.
I knew
Yep.
something
Cincinnati.
there.
Yes.
Yep. He
Yep.
was mayor of Cincinnati, and then one
And
term.
let's not forget the multiple amount of talk shows that popped up in the early 90s, whether it's Sally Jesse Raphael, Richard Bay, Springer,
Yeah.
Paul Bitch,
Fuck yeah.
everything.
Yep.
In fact, that inspired the show Talk Soup with an actor named Greg Kinnear as its host, spotlighting different highlights from all those shows.
Yep.
And who was that other
Was it-
lady over there? You had Sally Jesse Raphael there, but there was another lady with short hair there.
Hmm.
Oh,
What the hell was her name? I know you guys know her.
Camille?
Rwanda Watts,
No.
no, I
What's
know
her
who he's
name?
talking
Camille?
about, but I
Ricky
can't
Lake?
remember her
I
name.
can't remember
Oh, what?
last name, but Camille.
Huh?
Uh,
Ricky Lake?
Ricky,
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, Ricky Lake.
You
Yeah,
did.
she did.
Yeah, she was an actress. Yo, she
Okay.
starred the original Hairspray movie with Travolta there.
Yep.
Yup.
And that
Yeah,
late
this year
guy
there.
known as Divine.
Mm-hmm. I know there was a Camille that only lasted. They tried one show, and then after that, it got shut down because a lot of conference or whatever, a lot of bullshit.
Conversations.
Well,
Conversations.
controversy,
Controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, let's keep in mind that talk shows during that whole line. I mean, they had to switch to from the basic talks about how to fix the welfare system, how to fix the school parenting and all that jazz there. But they had to switch to these outrageous topics like my boyfriend makes me wear spandex when I go out in public, and years later we see women wearing yoga pants, which is similar to spandex.
Yeah.
My boyfriend
Exactly.
is a pervert. He won't stop touching me.
Yeah.
And now they have to talk about public displays of affection. And people, and when they range to those kind of topics, that's when the ratings of these shows would boost. Because let's face it, when people, it was a lot more entertaining to listen to hear about, rather than hear about how to fix the national budget, a topic which we'll probably never see the end of because there'll be always debates about that, God knows, hereafter. So I guess that's the reason why.
Well, like Jerry Springer's show, they sat there and after so many years, they sat there like, okay, we're just gonna hire anybody off the street.
Yep.
And do. I mean, it's give them a couple $100 and do. And that's what they did to make a damn good show. But then on top of it, they gotta realize with the policies and all that. But a lot of times that,
Oh
One
yeah,
of my favorite ones, and I don't remember whether it was Springer or Povich. And it didn't air. You have to kind of find it. He had women on there that thought that they should go out nude, and I was like,
really?
yeah. And they were sitting there on the panel, no tops.
Wow.
Topless.
I see what
And
you're
I'm
talking
sitting there.
about.
I enjoyed the hell out of that one.
Oh yeah.
Well,
What dude didn't? Obviously there.
The Johnny Carson show, on some of the shows he done too, it's like, fuck yeah, that was more about, realism, but then on top of it, fucking gotta have a little action here and there and laughs and that,
There's got to be a little bit of this there, and there's got to be a lot of that there. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's
true.
true.
If you think about, here's another one there that I was thinking. How about fucking that length of Jay Leno's chin there?
Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Funny guy, but that there is
Jay Leno.
Guys, Extreme Chef was in there. He brought up this gal, Jenny Jones. Remember the controversy about one of her shows back around 1995?
I remember Jenny Jones.
Oh yeah.
Man, with that situation involving Scott Adamir and John Schmidt.
Yep.
The Jane Jones murder case there. Oh man. Now, me and Minnesota Vikings fan, we did a show together discussing that whole scenario there. And that, a lot of ways, kind of gave those talk shows a huge degrading. Because, the guy is unsuspecting guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Nowadays, most talk shows are fucking bullshit towards me. I'm sitting there like, fuck that shit. I like reality. I want to know so I don't deal with TV much. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could turn back the hands of time there, I would watch all those old school shows there before I would sit down and watch what's his name, Dr. Phil there,
Oh gosh.
Damn.
and like it just that's maybe some good topics sometimes, but not really my cup of tea there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would
But
rather
there are some good topics that come up when he does his
there's
shows.
topics there.
No?
Yeah. Definitely, there's some good topics there, but
Yeah,
I
that's
just
true. And let's not forget that girl, a Cash Me Outside girl, Danielle Barogi. She will later become, because of that, she become a big meme
oh,
girl.
make that bitch a millionaire there.
Yes,
And that's
exactly. And she's now a rapper.
Pierogi.
Danielle Barogi. That's her name. That's her last name there.
No, it's not pierogi. That sounds
Barogi.
like
It was
a
some.
fucking good Italian
It's
sandwich.
pierogi there, that there, now there.
Dude, no, that sounds like a YR. Tell me right now there that doesn't a pierogi. Does that not sound like a really delicious sandwich? Like,
Yeah, that's what it does sound like that there now.
Yeah.
last name though, Dr. Earl. The real last name is Bregoli there.
Brigoli. And thank you very much. Remember, I'm not that good at pronouncing certain last names there. But she's
And
now
that
a
was
six.
it. Got
You knew, no matter when you knew the men was nothing new, and only one to me is you, and what is men so happy together?
Yeah. And by the, and,
Yeah.
and by the way, she's now, because of that, a successful rapper.
Yeah.
Oh.
successful ghostwriting rapper there. That's not
Yep.
her own lyrics. She's paying for people to write the
She used
lyrics.
to date, didn't she used to date that
What do you
alien
think
guy?
music people old
I don't
these
know.
days?
I don't know.
Did she-
Some of these chicks
Oh,
date
didn't
Didn't she
anybody
used to
now
date
these
a
days.
rapper in D12, Dr. Brown?
What?
Daniel Pagoli, she used to date a rapper in D12.
Not that I know of, but I wouldn't be surprised me, because now these women, they date anything nowadays.
Trippy Red there, I believe. Trippy Red there, and I think there was a little fiasco behind closed doors there with Kodak Black there that put her in his music video that about the ghost.
Hmm.
A lot of weird stuff that was going on there. And now she's a multi-millionaire, buying
Yeah,
houses, cars, and clothes and all that kind of stuff
Spotify
there.
and everything else there. We see it on the
Spotify.
Twitter page there.
Right.
Yep.
It was within 24 hours, Dr. Earl. Within 24 hours, she went onto OnlyFans when she turned 18 there,
Yep.
and she made over $1 million.
No
in 24
surprise. No surprise. No surprise whatsoever.
And she's done webcam videos to make that happen too. Not just doing what she did and she's doing now, but it's just where she did webcam shit beforehand in
Wow.
order to fucking get her bumped up to where she was.
Yeah.
Well, where she is now.
Put her ass out there, and her mom is not a good person. She
Yeah.
presses her daughter into it more now there. When she
Yep.
brought her on to Dr. Phil there, she wanted Danielle to become a better person, and now
Yeah.
she's just, how do you say it?
Sure, because she saw what money Danielle was going to bring in as a rapper and everything else there. And when the money comes in, that's when the minds change. Bing, bam, boom.
That's when minds changed there.
Yep.
When the money hit, the shit fucking quit there. Did it
Yep.
not?
Yep.
And you know, not only that there, she, what was it that Danielle did? What the fuck? Oh man, what was I gonna say initially there? I think we were. Let me go back to thinking about Dr. Phil there. So she was saying all these things about the girl there. Now, this girl is doing things online, whether it be. I don't even know if she still has an OnlyFans or not there. I would not want to watch it there. I'm disgusted by her. Pictures, videos, anything there. No, I feel like through my phone or my computer, I could smell like fucking the back door of a shrimp boat there.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
And that,
oh,
I mean, that girl is just nasty there. So
yeah.
I personally won't go out of my way for it, but it is still pressured and pushed, and it's a crying shame there because all five of us right now on the phone. I don't think if we all put our fucking budgets together, we would even come close to one day of her doing a strip tease there on OnlyFans there. You know, one day out of an annual income there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, yeah, because fucking like guys, I noticed just because hell, I no one time, yes, okay. I mean, I'm a guy, whatever. Hey, once in a while, gotta check out some of the porn, whatever. Next thing I seen, recognize, you know, recognize some
Yeah,
face, and I'm
that's
like, oh hell no! And
I
then,
almost feel uncomfortable.
hey, you know what? We're guys. We will fucking check out porn.
No,
So
don't let me
whatever.
weep there. I
I mean,
check those
don't
disgusting
Come on and
there.
admit it, guys. You've all done it.
We
I
have.
don't
Yep.
Me
We've
too.
admit
We
it.
all have
Admit
done
it.
it.
We all
Yep.
we sit there once in a while.
Italian.
Yep.
Some of us could probably sit there and name some of them.
I can't name it
Dude, we can.
Find out there.
because
The internet, you know, it's fits to say that the porn industry found a better home in the internet for shizzle. Whereas back in the 70s or early 80s, it was in a movie theater.
Oh, that's for sure.
Or videos.
Yep.
yeah.
So home videos, that's right there.
They-
Big Bam Boom. I saw a lot of, that's for sure there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a different subject there. I wonder how the Riot Grrrls of the early 90s would go after girls like Daniel there. They'd probably condemn the shit out of her.
Oh, they would condemn the fucking absolute shit out of her there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at promoting there, and especially when it started at the age that she was there.
Yeah.
You know, the
And it was
farther
kinda-
back in there, there's more. How do you say? More respect there.
Mhm.
And now that you're coming up to this day and age, there, it's a little girl can go on to Dr. Phil there
Mhm.
and act an ass, and now she 3 years later becomes a quote unquote legal adult there,
Mhm.
and she's on OnlyFans and
Everything
getting-
else. Spotify, Amazon Music as well.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
a millionaire buying houses and cars, crazy things there.
Yes.
She's
Now-
looked at by, and what's the worst part there, Dr. Earl, there, is because the young generation, these young girls, they look up to her like she's a role model there.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
that's sad. Like, they're willing
But then
to go
again,
that-
I got to point this out. I'm glad you brought that subject because there was a couple of the young boys, black and white, that were looking up to Tupac and some of the stuff he was saying. They were looking up to Ice Cube as inspiration. There was this one cat. His name was Nate. We used to call him Nate Dogg at times there because of the guy who sang on some of those songs.
Yeah, we're talking about there.
Yes.
Um,
This guy, his
or
name was
DNA.
Nate. What? This guy was trying to project himself as the next Tupac, trying to act like he's the next Big. He absorbed that kind of stuff. He walked around acting like he was a player and everything else. He was like, here's what you think of this. He's like, he said, Earl, guess what? This is at the restaurant back in Southeast Michigan that I was in for many years there. He would say, hey, Sam, Earl, what's up? My girlfriend says that if my girl, she's ever caught me with another girl, she's going to chop my dick off. I say, well, don't get with another girl. And he says the most cheesiest, stupidest thing in response. He says, do I look like I have the time to be faithful?
Wow.
Well, if you got the time, It looks like you got time to get your pecker chopped off.
All right.
What's more important there? Getting strange tail or keeping your genitalia there?
Well, either way, if you get strange tail without a condom, you might lose your pecker altogether there. So,
That's what I'm saying there.
if
Yeah.
What would
it's
you
not
really
by
rather-
your girlfriend, by whichever disease you catch.
You can't go to a baseball game and take a fucking piss there in a urinal. You're gonna have to go to the stall. You know, you got.
Jeez. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, let's be real here, guys. There, like, whew.
Fucked up. It is. It's fucked up. Like, oh, this younger generation are stupid and fucking idiots.
They're worse.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm so glad that I'm done and over with my daughter being an adult there, that didn't have to go through any of that, was a perfect, good student and didn't do anything wrong there.
That's true.
Now in college,
all right.
you know, going to,
But still, you gotta sit there and throw some common sense in once in a while, right?
I mean, no, you know what? I got so lucky there. She was from day one super smart and was very what's the word that I'm looking for there? Was intrigued by everything. She wanted to get her hands on everything. She saw Daddy doing something. She wanted to be a part of it there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh really?
That's
There.
good. Yeah.
She had a very open mind. She's just like too intelligent for herself.
Yeah.
I see
which-
there. Yeah.
I mean, there's intelligence. To me, it's just a matter of like what they're learning these days. It's a matter of not
But that's
truth
version.
about our history or anything. You know,
Now, everything's they're rearranging everything. I mean, you remember back in
Yeah.
2020, they were knocking down statues of all these Confederate soldiers and generals.
yeah.
That
This is
disgusted
tough.
me. It's like
Yeah.
they're trying to
That
erase that
disgust-
history, and we
Yeah.
all know the phrase that pays when you what is that? Son of a bitch! Those who don't learn from history, you're gonna repeat it.
Yeah.
And that's actually one of the things that I can say too about my daughter there. I'm not trying to make her sound like she's the most
No, but you taught her
girl
well.
there. Of course, my daughter, but at least she said when those things were coming around there, she said that she's like, you know, that's just disgusting that a long time of history and what people have been learning, and now they want to change there and these things down and desecrate things that have been
That's
a part of
because
our
you.
life for a long time, and that's very intelligent of her there.
Yeah, and that's because you and your wife taught her well at the time. You know, you guys taught her well.
Yeah, she,
Like, what's reality, not fakeality? I mean, nowadays, all these kids, most of them are fakeality and think they can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Like all these
The
shootings
entitlement
and
complex.
right.
shit.
I think
And all
Ark
that.
wanted to say something there. You wanted to say something on that Ark there?
Well, actually, you said what I was going to say. I was going to say those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
And that's a straight fact there.
And it fits to say that was one of the big reasons why I had a huge resentment towards the 1990s is because the generation that we have nowadays learned from the generation back then, and they just took it few steps further on down the line, and now it's getting way out of control.
And now,
Way out of
where we
control.
go,
Yep.
you know, and that's what makes me blessed about my daughter when it comes to that kind of stuff there, because she was always into academics and sports. She didn't do anything. I mean, like literally never had to get grounded, never did anything wrong. And now is in college over there at Baylor to become a primary care physician doctor there.
Yeah.
I lucked out completely.
I mean, like I say, it goes by the parents that
Yep.
do the
Oh, yeah.
lessons.
Dude.
I mean,
Yes.
you, at least you sat there and did what you did, and she's got the brains. It don't matter. I mean, yes, there's smart kids out there, but it's very little,
Yeah.
that recognizes about reality.
Yeah. That's true there.
There's so little that recognizes on reality because a lot of parents out there don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And
This day and age,
you sat there and helped out and taught your daughter what's reality and what's fakeality type shit, but I mean, we all still deal with fakeality, but it don't matter how old we are, we still fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of the reality is, hey, you gotta put your mind back to the reality and deal with it.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Dude, what the
like
fuck?
I used to put it pretty simple to my daughter there when she was alive.
Yeah.
And I used to say,
I'll be back, guys.
yeah, no worries, take your time there.
Well, I hate to go because I'm enjoying the conversation and the good listen, but I have to leave. And I just wanted to say, hey, everybody, watch the wrestling show tomorrow night, covering factions, and back to the 90s next week.
Yeah, right on.
And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow night.
All right, sounds good. Arknolia, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be able to come on today and talk to you there for a bit.
It's a pleasure to have you guys on.
It's been a while
Nice
since
to
I
talk
talked
with you too.
on a stream there, so I appreciate it. I look forward to the next time. Thank you so much.
All righty, we'll see you guys later.
You
All right.
too.
Ben, you take
Bye
care.
now.
But yeah, no, I used to tell my daughter that I was like, don't ever be like your daddy. That sounds so cliche. Just don't be like your daddy. Education is first and foremost is key in this world. And if you want to become something and be somebody that stands out, you'll put yourself forth towards that to be someone that stands out from the rest. Do you want to be in a group, or do you want to be that makes a difference?
It does.
And I was questioned when she got older a little bit. She's like, well, why do you say this? Like when I would tell her, like, she's relatively, she was good about
being a woman,
like her homework and all that shit, and going, like I had her in sports and all that stuff, whatever. But sometimes she'd hear how I would talk, and like just the old school of me or whatever. Even though I made it, I did very well. I mean, I'm a mechanical engineer. I make great money and all that stuff. But I'm just an asshole. And so at that point in time where she was in her early teens, she's like, well, you do this and you say that. And I'm like, yes. And I am doing this. This was my excuse, that I'm doing this literally because I want you to understand that I want you to do the exact opposite. Because this is what happens if you act like me. You'll be the one.
I mean, that's the thing. Like I said, it's like a lot of parents don't give a fuck about what's going on in their kids' lives or anything. They just let them do and whatever, and then trouble happens.
Anytime that I had her, it was immediate practice. I had her in soccer. I had her in cheerleading. I had her in volleyball. She did gymnastics. I mean, everything was first and foremost. When you come to Dad's house, you're gonna sit your ass at that table and you're gonna do your homework. I don't even want to talk to you until that shit's done, and then after then everything else can come into, like we can have fun, we can go out, we can eat, we can fucking act stupid, we can go, all that, but like everything important, sports and
It's gotta be done. Yep.
and thankfully, by the grace of God, she latched onto that and she figured it out. And as she got older, she was just like, I didn't have to tell her. She would say shit. She would come to the house and just sit the fuck down and do her shit. I'm like, babe, you hungry? You want anything? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I got a lot of stuff, like, cause she'd be like all stressed over her homework and shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, fuck yes, good girl.
Yeah.
Now she's at fucking BU, bro. She's at BU in med school. Like, what the fuck?
I deal with my nieces and my nephews. Like, my youngest nephew has more brains than my oldest nieces do. And my other nephew, same. I got two nephews that literally.
Is Danny stalking your nieces and nephews?
Oh gosh.
If you could give me their names, numbers, and social security numbers there.
Right.
Maybe, yeah. That's a stupid thing, is just to cut the fucking cord here of a good conversation where I are.
Do a little drama here.
That's a fucking weirdo for saying anything about people stalking his family. Ain't nobody fucking stalk his family.
I ain't stalking my
Nobody's
family.
stalking no one. Bottom line, there.
Yeah.
Nobody's stalking
That's
shit.
Fucking weird, bro.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Right there.
He's the only person that put out his personal information with his family and stuff there. So,
What, me?
no, not you. This other guy we're talking about put out information about his nieces and nephews and all that, and that's why a bunch of people in the community know about it there. And,
No. Yeah.
he tries to turn it around now there that we're all stalking them there.
Oh
And
gosh.
that's
Oh,
what's going on. So it's just
Right,
super weird. But
Right.
hey, you know what? Not everybody's fucking
I was just
got all their marbles.
like how I was just talking about how, like, the differences, with each of them, how they're learning and all that, it's like, really?
We want to know something, dude. Yeah, I can understand there.
All right.
I'm not the parent, but in a way, I'm sitting there like, really, you got the oldest that's sitting there thinking about this and that, more than the younger.
Guys, did Ark leave the show there, I guess? Let me check.
Oh yeah, no, he had to go. He
Okay.
did say
That's right. He doesn't stay up that late there. Listen, I'm going to end this. Danny, will you be at the drama show tomorrow night and on the wrestling show just as well?
I can't promise you. It depends on the kind of mood I'm in, dude. Because honestly, like, sometimes, like, YR will call me and I'm like, man, fuck that, dude. I ain't in the mood for none of that bullshit. But you catch me sometimes on a day where I'm like, I'll be snappy.
It varies on the subject.
Well, tomorrow night we're doing our wrestling show.
Right moment. If I'm sitting back and relaxing and realize that I just got a fucking fat check and I'm going to eat a fucking huge ass steak dinner or whatever, like, no, I don't want to fucking deal with it. But if I come home and I'm fucking tired and I have to go to the gym and I feel like I didn't lift enough weight, whatever, or what, then like, yeah, maybe you can catch me on that. So it just depends on my day.
All right, there.
We'll tell you.
Because we're going to...
I will come through.
Right, because we're going to end this show here. I got to go with my... sister to do some shopping at the nearby store over here. We got a lot of stuff to get here. The fridge is empty.
No problem there.
All right, there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Man, we have a problem with that, man.
And by the way, we got to remind, tomorrow night we're good. At the same time, we're going to talk about wrestling's greatest factions. We're going to have a couple of other people on as well. Danny, we'd like to have you on just as well. We're going to try to get a hold of Prince Idol, because he requested to be a participant on this one there. And also, possibly tomorrow night we'll do another drama show.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely
Yep.
do so. Definitely.
There.
All right, so we'll end the show here today because, like I said, I got things to take care of here. And we thank Danny MT and Redneck for being on the call with us here. We had a great show there tonight. And definitely got to tune in tomorrow night for both the wrestling show and the drama show for Shizzle there. All right, for Danny, Redneck, YR, Ark, myself, you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep up with other updates that I have coming forth, as well as subscribe to Ark's Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Arknolia. You get tons of material there worth checking out there. And definitely do that just as well. And guys, you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evenings. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.